So, what's up hunters? Jay here, for another Monster Hunter World Endgame Builds, featuring the bow, a fatalist bow named Bow of Vice and Violence. I will feature 3 builds in this video, and the rest of the other builds are much alike for this 3, so I don't need to feature other builds, because you just need one, I think, for your build. Without anything else, let's get on to the builds. So here is the first build hunters. Here is the head of the poor legendary black dragon of destruction, Fatalists, that wreaked havoc on the Shrade Kingdom 1000 years ago, but it's here at our own hunter's hand. Who are the real monsters actually? But anyway, let's get on to the build. For the armor skills, we have Attack Boost 7, Agitator 7, Critical Eye 7 when you are equipped with Mantle. If not, it is just Critical Eye 5. And we also have Evade Window 5, Constitution 5 if we wear Glider Mantle, Peak Performance 3, Coalescence 3, with our favorite combo of Blight Resistance 2 and Resuscitate, Stamina Surge 3, Spread Power Shots, which is even the most essential part of the bow, together with the Mighty Bow skill, which adds up 1 level to the max bow charge. And also, with Weakness Exploit 3 and Critical Boost 3 for the awesome damage as well. For the food skill, it is essential to eat up Feline Sharpshooter for normal shots and Feline Black Belt, but the max stamina reduction when dodging is only up to 50%, so this Feline Black Belt skill can be changed to other Feline skill. But it is also can be used when we are not equipped with the Glider Mantle. If not, you can just eat up Feline Moxie to avoid any skill conflict. And for the weapon augments, we have Health Regen, Affinity Increase and Elemental Increase. The damage of this bow is quite high without the Agitator and Coalescence skill activated, but the defense of the monster will also reduce damage dealt by this bow. But as you can see, the dealt by build with the power shots are 100 each of the arrows that are released with the power coating. With this weapon build, used correctly and efficiently, will deal a massive damage on the monster on a short amount of time. But with that being said, let's move on to the second build. So here is the second build, the Sophigy of a Fatalist combination build. I use this armor build to make use of the Resentment skill, and the Sophie's Dragon Vein Awakening ability, but it lacks level 3 jewel slot skill on the full armor, so it will be a waste when we will use the slot 4 jewel slots for the slot 3 jewels. So, I decided to use 2 Fatalist pieces to maximize this build. Take a moment to look at it. And also don't forget, if you use non-Fatalist armor or the 4 pieces are incomplete, then make sure you got your health boost skill on the armor too. This build has a decent damage that can compete with the first build, but if the Coalescence is in play, maybe the damage on the first build can outrun this build. But on the training grounds, I found out that this build has a little bit more damage compared to the first one. I think it is because of the Sophie skill. And, if you didn't build the armor yet on the top ones because Fatalists don't even give you a single eye, then this build is for you to use. Let's move on to the last build. For this build, I use a Latent Power skill, because why not? And if you don't know how Latent Power works, then, I'll explain to you. Latent Power activates when the first 300 seconds at the start of the hunt that this skill didn't activate, then it will self-activate, and also the second options is when you received a damage of 180, if the Latent Power levels only reach levels 1 to 5, and it will also self-activate 300 seconds or 5 mins since the last deactivation. If the Latent Power skill is up to level 7, then you only need at least 130 damage to activate it. And it only lasts up to 120 seconds, so make use the most of it. It will only activate again if you received 130 damage, or the 300 seconds condition met. If that makes sense, I think a good Divine Protection can help you from being one hit before you even activate this skill. But I think this skill needs to be improved or needs more options for it to activate. Latent Power also reduces stamina depletion by 50%, so Constitution is not needed on this build. And for the weapon augments, you can go Health Regen and Attack Increase or Elemental Increase too with this build, because the affinity of this build is so high, if Latent Power and Agitator skill activates the same time. And with this 3 builds, you can choose what build you want to use. But you can just tweak the build for your playstyle. So that's it for this build guys. I mainly do Monster Hunter builds and other Monster Hunter stuff, but I think I'm going to upload another videos from another game for a while. I'm also waiting for the progress of the Monster Hunter world. After all, they already gave us the final update, and the last update on December, and the Monster Hunter Rise is still on March next year. But, I will surely continue to upload builds until I run out of ideas, and I will try another game to upload. So please, I need your help in growing this channel. I know I'm not that good, but I will try my best. Thanks for watching and please smash that subscribe button to see more of my content, and I see you in the next video. Peace.